What's up, peeps, and welcome to my entry into the New Year's Diamonds, Glitter, and Shine Challenge. This one's hosted by the lovely Meg over at Lovely Jubbly Furniture. I'm taking these two side cabinets and I'm transforming them from this dated and dingy faux finish into two classy, elegant, and most importantly, shiny cabinets. I'm starting out like usual by cleaning them both. Once they were dry, I got going on the final prep steps. I'm zooming through this part in high speed here for video, but prep is the most important part of any successful finish. Definitely make sure to take your time doing it. These cabinets are MDF and particle board coated in a thermofoil sticker, and I did this faux a few years ago. It's got a latex base and glaze. I'm not trying to remove everything, but you know, if it goes, so be it. As long as the paint is feathered out to flat and smooth and I get a good tooth on the surface, I'll be happy with that. For the paint color, I'm going super dark. In fact, I'm using this chalkboard paint. I actually love this stuff. As you can see, the pigment is insane. Also, it fully self-levels, which is pretty cool. It dries fully matte and flat, but it is chalkboard paint, so you will have to top coat it or it's gonna have scuff marks in like 11 seconds. But after 2 coats with no primer, my yellow paint was history. I was painting things inside the house because it's still stupid cold out in my workshop. Even with my oil-filled radiator on, it just takes most of the day to finally heat up, and it's just uncomfortable, so I brought it inside. And I apologize for all this weird camera focus stuff that's going on. I feel like maybe it's just trying to focus on what it thinks is a black hole. I finished up, did the second coat the next morning, and left it to dry for another full night. I used a satin top coat to seal the deal, and I left things to cure for a couple of days before I got started on the tops. So this paint was a custom color originally, and it's also pretty old at this point. I think probably about 3 years, maybe 4, but that's just gonna add to the texture that I'm gonna be going for later, so I'm okay with it. But I went for a mostly smooth and fully solid first coat. So I'm sure you caught sight of that drip in the upper left-hand corner of the last little clip there. But I honestly didn't mind that because I'm going to be going for a textured finish. So for the second coat, I actually pounced that on with a loose bristle brush, and I went pretty thick. For the first stage of shimmery shine on these cabinets, I pulled out my pearl metallic paint and I also pounced on a thick coat of that over the latex. This paint actually catches light directionally, so this is going to look shiny from basically every angle. And once I was done pouncing, I pulled the tape immediately. For my final flourish of bling, I used some antique gold rub and buff on all of the edges. And I used tape to contain that line, then I applied the wax with my finger. I pulled the tape right away and moved back to the tops. I used the same satin top coat for the tops that I did for the cabinet base, and I cut the edges in with an angled purdy. I rolled out the top using a short nap fabric roller, and while I do this, let me just take a second to say thanks again to Meg over at Lovely Jubbly Furniture for hosting all of us on this challenge. It was so much fun getting my glam on, and there are a ton of other great artists in this playlist. Make sure you check it out below, and if you're not subscribed here, consider clicking on that button. Did you know that over 60% of the peeps who watch my channel aren't even subscribed? So just go for it. After 2 coats of top coat, these snazzy elevated cabinets were finished.